All right. Let's get it in. We're not doing all of that.
That's what it does. Then what you do? You tell us what to do. You'll go in and next in Washington's province. Exactly what it is. Go in next in Washington's province. Here's the drawing.
Boys, can y'all be quiet, please? Lee, bring the sound down, please.
This is what I do.
All right, let's try to use different teams than the teams that I normally play with. And try to play clean games.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away.
Going up against my Birds.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
What is the speed of get my X? Trying to correct the one
from the 41. Throw wheel in by Higbee. And he'll pick up enough to move the chain.
Boys, noise level.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback.
And I can't wait to move so I can have my own my room, and I can close it off.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
Barkley, a first down and more. Inside the 45. Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. This finds Smith. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Barkley can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. It's a pickup of a yard, and that is how our first quarter will end. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Hurts now from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can...
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down. One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stafford from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing a 4th down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Stafford gonna go on 4th. He connects downfield on 4th. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams start to fight back with their first points in this game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles trying to make some noise before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down.
Carving me up on the ground.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 37. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Goddard makes the catch. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throwing for Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. He's got it in the red zone. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try.
Woo!
From 42 yards
Kept him to get a nothing. I'm with that.
It didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On the return, Britton Covey. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. From the pistol, Hurts. He's got Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They'll motion Brown right. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. This time it's a passing play. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, they just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. Now it's 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Dumps it off to his running back. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. He's back to throw.
Give me that, baby!
It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams take possession of the football. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with third and long. Now to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Rams are set to punt. And plenty of hang time on this one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Eagles will take possession. They're out and set, first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. Nice bit of burst search forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's first down. He'll look to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. They've got to keep moving quick here. Throwing now. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He beams one deep right side. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Good defensive game right here.
Couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Covey now to return this. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Saquon. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A gift to Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast. On third down, it's Hurts. This one line's got it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm not sure how his defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
It's Dotson on the catch. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Sweet.
Tough sledding for him. Only room to
No
get
switch.
it to the 30. Call it no gain, maybe.
Well, he's going to be in trouble if he is.
That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to run this
Barkley
well
cooked
into the
me
red
this
zone to the 14. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Throwing here, Hurts. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. They've got first down from the 31. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Stafford now on first down. Oh, big interception here. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles are going to shoot at their own 35. They battled each other all game long, Brock, but the coverage, some of the couple of surprises up their sleeve for this QB, stealing possession there with the pick.
And there's always a look or two, kid, that doesn't get used much during the game. A way to disguise the coverage and trick those QB's eyes into seeing something that wasn't there. What better spot to break that out than right now in overtime? Right here, right now, like Van Halen used to say.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens.
All right, we're getting the ball first.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go, here in Baltimore.
This one, the Charger.
Up here, 1st and 10. Lamar, gonna work from the pistol. Right away, they're
Damn
coming after
lag,
him, and they
man.
get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
If you're good, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the tight end, Charlie Kolar. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he will score. Mark Andrews.
Go ahead.
Baltimore. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw first play with Penix. Going for it all. That is hot. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This one taken at the 7. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on first down. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Yeah, I'm playing like fucking garbage, bro. Why the fuck would I throw that?
For the touchdown.
I'm just trying to lose games now.
The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he will go all the way.
Can we close that door, please?
Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a
Give
great
him that
play,
phone.
Mike, and then
I told him to use it.
accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Moore going in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down. In trouble, and down he goes. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
I'll be taking that off your hands.
Intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get back in this game. Is my phone on the charger? Okay. You're gonna go sit down.
Look how much I got. Bam. See how much? Oh. Okay, just go.
Hopefully my man don't quit. This has been a good game so far. But Lamar balled. That one TD hurt. For the most part, he balled.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to fix the top of it.
No, no more. Have a seat, please.
Okay, making you do it.
No, I just want y'all to have a seat.
We just want to shoot.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I think this one.
Lee. Now I've seen this before where like somebody paused it and then sat there. So he shows.
No. Let me give it a shot. Okay, let me bang. Oh, come on, come on. Yes! Yes, we got it. Yes, you are. Wait, I'm at level 1. No, you're at level 8. Where is he?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll run it on first down with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every...
Yo, boys, I need you to bring it down some.
So we'll get a second and goal when we return. 14-13 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this.
90. Okay. Good. You can't be exploded. Good.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal.
That's fine. I still got you. Oh my God!
Jackson. Well, he needed to get rid of that one, but he holds on. Going to lose yardage. It'll be credited as a sack. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Jackson looking to throw to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
That was a good defensive play. Good shit.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get
he baited me. And I feel right.
Their offense is back on the field.
Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Oh, no, that was you make a
Throwing again, it's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
What's his name? The machine gun up there.
Pitts is the man in motion. Again, it's Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot for. Guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Boys.
It's going to be third down. Pitts is the man in motion.
99. That's close.
On third down, Penix.
Eventually you'll get it.
He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Because I hear it.
It's Penix. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. As they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number one.
We can talk about that.
Now Penix to throw on second down. He'll get this to McLeod. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
On the red.
From the gun, here is Penix.
That's a hell of a catch right there, boy.
The end zone. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Moore going in motion.
Are they trying to kill you? No, because I'm their master.
Here's Robinson. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Oh,
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway.
Stop. I'm Jeremy too. He's off.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts.
Because
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal ball behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Loki.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Loki.
Jackson now. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after.
Do it right to him again. Come on, Noble.
He's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. Inside the 30.
threw a right. Oh.
With first and goal.
Bro, I'm so disappointed in myself right now.
They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across.
I'm done. He got that one. What's the next game?
Which shots would you inside or this? Bang.
I have won in a while. 4 straight losses. Who the hell is the Steelers quarterback?
Damn.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Okay, let's go. I choose you. You cannot take the picture from me.
To throw is Wilson.
What the hell just happened there? Bro, you gotta be shitting me right now.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield.
I didn't even
49-yard line. So CD, his very first pass of the
I don't even know what the hell
I
that
know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They run again with Dowdle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Harris running straight ahead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. That O-line declared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. Get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they'll take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense.
Off the phone, or you be quiet. Bring the noise down. This might be the worst stretch I've been through in a while, man. Thanks. Passing my phone.
Yeah. Oh, this is like the phone. 43%. It still has enough juice to do something.
They're throwing a second interception.
Bye-bye.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I'll
And
make
the
it.
last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-0. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Wait, Papa,
Now it's a bootleg. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one.
Oh, I'm just keeping them up.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Boys.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A running play, it's down, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The defense stiffens to force fourth down, following that first down gain of 8.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back in the offense, still out there. They are going to go for it.
Red play, do it.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
I am so still. Oh, I'm not sorry.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Warren. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that
play. Leave him alone. He's going to be over there. You're going to be right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Setting up the screen, Harris. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him in the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets...
Get you behind in here.
21 or 22.
No.
It'll go as a gain of 4.
Now I'm going to keep running up and down the stairs.
10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Wilson to throw. Finds Pickens out right. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's...
You like to just fall for it and then listen.
Turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That is caught by Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Nick Vigil. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Prescott now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Prescott rolling to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one. And
he is into the end zone for...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play. keeping that carry to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down. Had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage?
And he's going to take this all the way home. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
All right, Mike, so the NFL is all about answering. So you give up an opening drive touchdown, you fall behind late to start the game, and then your special teams becomes the spark. And this is going to set your offense up with excellent field position to get back and tie this game.
Throwing to begin, it's Hurts. That's caught, Saquon Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This one caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple of plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. Goff to throw. That one intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. A pass caught by Saquon. 17 yards on that play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings.
And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them. And you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch. And the end result is still a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Williams in motion. From the gun on third down, it's gone. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's incomplete. Daring ball on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he's in! Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Goff. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
Great job there, not only securing the ball for the interception, Mike, but then turning into a runner. I can promise you he's going to get an earful by his teammates when they watch, saying, man, you couldn't get it in the end zone. Either way, that offense takes the field on the 1-yard line. He certainly did his job. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That is a dream scenario. The offense... Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from the link. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. First carry for Saquon Barkley. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Darius Slay, they're on the stop. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with a fake spike, but it does not pan out. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. 2nd and 7. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll go play action with Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On 4th down, Goff. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Give them 16 there, and a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts will try it again. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts again. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. To the air again. Hurts. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Again, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. 1st half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Here's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run to the right with Montgomery. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no time.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick-6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. On first down, it's Goff. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions and rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
On first down, it's Hurts. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Goff. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Reynolds now on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. first and 10. Here's Goff. He's going to let this one go deep.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Off to throw on first down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Hurts to the air on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Hurts. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Hurts will try it again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To the air again. Hurts. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is gone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Here we go. One final play. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Do I have nothing for one more? One now. Alright, there you go.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Buffalo. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Throwing right away is Allen.
Good throw.
By Khalil Shakir. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. On 1st down, it's Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Here's Cook. What a move. He's in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good...
And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they
Hey, baby, bring the noise down.
Good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Right to the air. It's Hurts. He'll get rid of it.
What the hell was that? But I'll take it. Let's go. Let's go.
A.J. Brown. Touchdown.
That was all luck. That was not skill. I'll take it, baby. I'll take it. One of the craziest throws ever.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Out of the end zone, it's Ty Johnson. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Now Allen on first down. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Throwing now. Allen here on first down.
Sack lunch.
There, and down he goes. From the gun, Josh Allen.
Sit him down.
Incomplete coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing is Allen.
He got that? Can't be mad. Can't be mad. That was a hell of a throw.
This one down to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Cooper with the grab. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throwing again. It's Allen. Looking middle. He's got to complete to Coleman. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Allen gonna throw again. Got his man at the 6. About Hands on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Guys, please cut it out.
The intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. And this is off. The decision to go pays off. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
Can y'all cut it out?
The Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
Oh my God! It's not even a big deal. Oh my God!
This is caught.
Yo, can y'all cut it out?
And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
You know, it sounds like I'm being biased, but I'm really
But it's not that serious.
this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries. The size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create. Man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw, Hurts.
Bad throw, Noble.
Make a play out of the pocket, couldn't do it. It's intercepted.
No, that's a big bubble.
And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. For the extra point. Now it's a fake. They'll flip it to the kicker. This is caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again. But this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2.
You can drive it.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, So now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll throw here with Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Again, Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen will throw. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your line turn and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. The Bills going to use their final timeout here.
Why did you choose the skin? I hate it. There is life in there, man.
They'll go play action here with Allen. Oh, and he's going to go down, and he could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports.
Okay.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
What?
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First time they've looked this way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Hurts will try it again. He'll let this go for Goddard.
Bad throw, Noble. Bad throw. Yeah, I've been getting greedy with that tight end streak.
I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach. He said, listen, guys, we're behind.
I was moving the ball all good.
Early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. Play action. It's Allen. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down. Now Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again. It's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Again, it's Allen to the air. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Allen going to throw again. That's to Cooper again.
These are the worst. I had a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now,
and he's into the end zone yet again. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game?
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Here's Gainwell to return. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
You thought that was hard? You got 50 script.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Hurts now. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. On 2nd down, Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts again. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Again, Hurts. And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or 2 shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. There he goes again.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
3rd and goal for Hurts. And he'll take it on in. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down.
That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. On this time, 55 seconds remaining here in the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back up to his own goal line, Hurts.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Third and long for Hurts.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game.
And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This is caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd never see a fake extra point again. But this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25.
Some noodles.
Decent field position to start this drive.
Daddy about to hop off. It's Daddy's last game.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts.
Sure.
Time today is intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And he's going to be taken
Because they cannot be equipped.
to the goal line.
And I go over there.
6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and
Let's see. Go ahead.
Often, Mike, everything treats right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the head.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.